assignment simply requires students to watch all slides and all comments in your Voicethread. This is good for non-interactive lecture delivery, where you need to ensure that all students have watched it in full, and for things like compliance and training. In order to get started, click on the Watch button, and then click Continue at the bottom of the page. This opens a page that contains all the Voicethreads that you own. If you've already created the Voicethread you want to use for this assignment, click on the thumbnail of that Voicethread, and then click Continue at the bottom of the page. If you have not yet created the Voicethread you want to use here, click on Create a new Voicethread in the top right corner of the page. This takes you to the page where you can build a new Voicethread. You can upload from all of the usual sources. In this case, I will select my computer and upload a simple image. There is an upload progress bar at the bottom of the screen, and the slide will process for a few moments until you see a thumbnail appear inside the slide preview. You can give your Voicethread a title at the top of the page, and you can continue to add more slides by clicking Add Media in the top right corner. When you're done adding slides, click Continue at the bottom of the page. This opens the Voicethread so that you can record your comments here as well. Remember, students must watch all of your comments in addition to all of your slides. Record comments using the normal workflow, and then click Continue at the bottom of the page. This takes you to a page where you can configure some simple playback settings for your Voicethread. You can set it to start playing when opened, so that your students do not need to click on a play button manually to start listening to your presentation. And you can set the Voicethread to advance automatically through all of the slides instead of requiring the students to manually advance to the next slide each time they're done viewing one. Then you can allow students to download your central media slides if you would like them to be able to keep a copy. You can allow them to export the Voicethread and save the entire presentation or lecture offline so they can view it later. And you can allow them to make a copy to keep in their live Voicethread account, even though this assignment will continue to contain the original. When you're done making all of these decisions, click Continue at the bottom of the page. This last step allows you to configure the basic settings for this assignment. Give it a title, which will appear at the top of the student's view, and write some basic instructions for students, which will appear on the right-hand side of their page. If you have created a separate Voicethread or any other resource online for students to view outside of this assignment, you can enter that URL here, and it will appear on the right-hand side of the student's page. When students submit this assignment successfully, they will see an on-screen confirmation. You can customize the text of that confirmation message. Set a start date and a due date for your assignment. Students will not be allowed to view or submit the assignment before the start date or after the due date. Additionally, you can allow students to view the assignment after they have submitted if you'd like them to be able to come back and review later, even after the due date has passed. Once you're done configuring this assignment, click Publish at the bottom of the page.